I'm not sure if I can describe art. I think it's something mixed up. I really like art because it can be anything. You can scribble on paper, it would be considered art. It doesn't have to look like art to be art. Like, you just do it.
My name is Amanda Dunbar. I'm 19. I live in Dallas, Texas, and I'm an artist. I think being a painter is the best job on the face of the earth because all you get to do all day long is just play and paint, and you actually get paid for doing it. People actually buy what you play with all day. When I was a little girl, I liked a lot of different things. I liked painting, I liked cooking, I liked playing with my friends, and I never knew what I was gonna be when I grew up. I thought maybe it'd be fun to be a nurse like my mom, but I never thought that I would be an artist. I'm in my studio right now, and I love it in here. It's one of my favorite places on earth because it's where all of my paintings happen, and it's where all of my art supplies are, and it's where all of my music is, and it's got everything I need in here to be a real artist. And see, I got all sorts of cool brushes that do fun things and they feel nice on your face. And I have all of my colors, all of my big tubes of paint, and I have lots of these, tons of these. And this is really cool because it's kind of like a secret little cubby here. You open it up and you can pull out these little drawers, and I have all sorts of pink and purple, some of my favorite colors. And I also have a loft upstairs here where I do a lot of my paintings. It's real small and cozy, and I just feel like I'm in a really warm, happy little place. And it's also upstairs, so I can look at people from upstairs, and they can't see me looking at them, so it's kind of cool. It wasn't until I was 13 and I first picked up a paintbrush that I knew that I wanted to be an artist. It was just an after-school art class that I took with a bunch of my friends, and ever since that class, I've been painting, and I know that there are so many more paintings inside me that I will just never stop.
Anyone could be an artist because all they have to do is work hard. You don't really have to be like wacky or weird to be an artist, but sometimes you are. Even if you say I can't do it, I'm not so good, you keep on trying and then you'll be good.
Sofonisba and Guisola. Once upon a time, about 450 years ago in Italy, there was a very little girl with a very big name, Sofonisba and Guisola. She had 5 sisters, 1 brother, and an unusual dad. While girls in those days were expected to learn only to cook and sew, Sofonisba's dad wanted his daughters to learn about literature and art. People thought they were weird, but they didn't care. Sofonisba fell in love with art, and when her dad discovered she was good at it too, he got her the best teacher in town. Sophonisba's dad was so proud of her, he sent some of her artwork to a great master named Michelangelo. The famous painter was impressed, and he told all of his important friends about her. Soon, Sophonisba got an amazing job. King Philip II invited her to his palace in Spain to be his court painter. Now when people stared at her, it was with awe. Not only was she the first woman artist to be known throughout Europe, she encouraged other women, for the first time in history, to say, "I can do that."
I remember the first thing I made was a popsicle stick doghouse. That was my first project. I did it when I was about 2 years old with my dad. I started making lots and lots of pictures, and then I used to frame them all, and then my whole family would come over and they'd say, "What an artist! She made a very nice painting at the age of 3. But then when we got my first dog, it chewed it up. So yeah, kind of came to a sad ending.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, for you all that don't know, my name is Amanda, and I'm here to paint with you today. Today I'm at Smith Academy, which is in Texas, and I'm just working with the girls. I'm gonna get them to do their own portraits and a portrait of a friend, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna play in the paint today. I like to use lots of different colors of paint, and I like to use a lot of paint.
Why do you use big blobs?
I use big blobs because I love lots of paint. Don't you like lots of paint? I like to squirt it out there and just play with it. It's one of the best parts about being an artist.
I like the colors. That's my favorite part about painting. Oh, she loves purple, pink, green, and all these colors. Actually, I cannot say what my favorite color is because all the colors of the rainbow are very beautiful and cool.
So I'm gonna start painting on this canvas right now. And usually I just kind of glop it on there. I like lots of texture on there. I like it when the paint sticks out. When I started painting, I had never painted before, and I was pretty scared. I didn't know if I was gonna mess it up, and I know a lot of you have that question. And it's really important to realize that you can't mess up. There are no mistakes. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look like a professional artist has done it. The point is, it's a beautiful expression of something that's inside you. If you feel happy, you can paint your face all red and pink. If you feel sad, then you can paint it all blue. That's what's really great about art, is you can express yourself through that way. Okay. Can you please take one and pass it down? All of the rest of them. I hope when I hand the girls the paintbrushes that they feel the same magic that I feel when I pick up my brushes. That you can paint whatever you want, however you want to do it. Forget what anybody else says the world is supposed to look like. It's what you want. So let's start painting. Hey guys, how goes it?
When you do art, you can express yourself, and the second you touch that paintbrush or that pencil or whatever you draw with, you're letting out all your feelings. And it's like, if you don't get all those feelings out of your head, it's gonna explode.
And I would love for you to tell me about this painting. Can you do that? Okay, cool.
Amanda said, draw what makes your heart feel good. And flowers make me feel good, and hearts. And I had drawn a heart in the classroom. Millions of hearts. Well, I tried to, but I didn't have time. But I like to draw things that warm my heart. No, that's me.
That's you? And you're gonna put your best friend in there?
Sometimes it's just like, okay, what am I gonna draw? And all of a sudden, the pen just gets into your hand, and it goes, and just like a message shooting up to your brain saying, well, let's draw a house, or let's draw a bird, or something. I mixed all the colors together. This is a Palomino horse. I can design new things that aren't real, like horned horses and rainbow horses and all sorts of animals and people that don't really exist. Look, that's me.
Looks really good.
When I bring my artwork home, my mom says, wow, that looks fabulous. Oh, Christina, that's so great. My dad and mom They smile. I look at it for a while and then say, that was a great job for me, and I give me a pat on my back.
When I think that what I did was not so good, I'll show it to my mom or dad, and they'll say, Jessie, that's so good. You did such a good job. And that kind of makes me feel like at least somebody likes it. Except they're my mom and dad, so maybe they're faking. They kind of have to say that.
Here are a few paintings that really are special to me, and I wanted to show them to you. This is a painting of my sister and I that I did for my mom for Mother's Day. And here I am, and here's my sister. And I really love my sister. She's only a year younger than I am, so a lot of people always thought we were twins, and I kind of always felt like we were twins because we were pretty close. And she inspired this next piece. My sister is a musician, and I did a whole collage painting because I feel like this represents my sister better than any real portrait could, any picture of her face. This is another painting that I did for my mother. It's my very first painting, and it's about a memory that I had of her after I got out of the bath, just wiping me down in a loving way that mommies do. This painting is called The Unknown, and what I was trying to do with this was show how there's always something new to learn in the world. There's always something out there that we can think about and try. This little girl is standing in her own yard, and she's looking out into darkness, which is really the unknown, and you just never know what's going to happen unless you try something new. It's one of the reasons I love that painting is because I think it's so important. And this painting is about one of my favorite things, which is being on the beach. I love the way the sand feels between my toes, and I love the smell of the water and the ocean, and I always built the best sand castles. And that's why I love painting, is because you can talk about so many different things through paintings that are important to you, and these are some of mine. I just saw this like rose and just in the middle of the block. It was just there, and it was just like, it was like so beautiful, and it was just pouring all around it, and it was on this like gray sidewalk. And then I got home and I just like drew it. Even though I like usually do abstract, it was just, I had to draw it because it was so beautiful.
A lot of my pieces are designs, and they come from like a dream or something. I get my ideas from my imagination, just like everybody else does. You kind of get an idea and you just sort of keep it in your mind, and then whatever you're putting it on, you just sort of spray it out like it's a spray can, kind of.
Alma Thomas. Did you ever see flowers dance? Or hear wind making music in the trees? Alma Thomas did. She looked at her garden and her eyes filled with color and dancing light. She wondered, how can I paint everything I see? Not just the flowers, but the sunlight and the breeze, and the way seeing it all together makes me feel. Alma started out trying to paint exactly what was in front of her. Then she had a better idea. Why not make a picture all her own? Something that didn't look like anything she'd ever seen. She got watercolors and crayons and began making dabs. Little dabs of color that spread out very freely. And every morning, like a gift, the wind gave her new symphonies to play on her canvas. Alma's unique way of painting made her famous. She believed that even in hard times, people could see beauty. Her message was simple but powerful. Color is life.
If I could paint my room any color, it would be blue, but light blue, pink, purple, and maybe a little bit of red, even though that doesn't match because I'm not a very matching person.
Oh, my bedroom walls would look like a huge picture of animals all over the world. I would put lots of posters of lobsters up.
There would be a lot of designs.
A smiley face and a peace sign.
suns and stars.
Might put a little bit of glitter on it. I would paint something in history.
I'd paint it like this. I'd make them into virtual reality screens.
But I wonder how my sister would feel.
Today what we're gonna be doing is a mural. A mural is a big painting, a drawing. It's usually on a wall. This thing here is our mural. It's our canvas. We're gonna start from here all the way down here. Whatever you wanna do, it's up to you. Let's get going.
The project we're doing today is about making a community with buildings,
Skyline, a city,
airplanes,
a waterfall.
rainbows.
What this mural is going to be about is what people have inside.
We traced each other and painted them as our self-portraits, and then we're gonna cut them out and put them on the mural.
Ask yourself, what is it that I like to do? And then I want you to make windows. And inside the window, I want to be able to have a view inside of you.
On mine, I made me doing taekwondo because I really like doing taekwondo.
I'm also gonna put clothes that I like on there, and then I'm going to make a hairstyle that I would want. You could just be creative and be whoever you want.
Sometimes you don't know what you're making, you just play around with it, and then at the end you think it's really beautiful. Well, I painted the sky, well, because I'm tall, so I might as well paint the sky.
I like working with friends. It kind of inspires you.
When I looked around the room, I felt proud because we all worked on this project together.
The kids, they just jump right into it. The whole idea was to show the artist within them to everyone else.
And it was fun. Whenever it comes to art, somehow we just
always
end up
get
doing
together.
it together. Yeah, because we work as a team. We're like an art team. There are racing teams, there are swim teams, and we're an art team.
Mary Cassatt. My favorite female artist, hands down, is Mary Cassatt. I love her paintings and her amazing independence. When Mary was 7, her family moved to Paris and took her to all the great art museums. They could hardly drag her away. That's when Mary decided she wanted to be an artist, a serious artist, and paint for a living. Her father was against the idea, but Mary would not give up and kept asking and asking. And finally, he agreed to send her to art school. As a young painter, Mary had real confidence. She entered a painting in the Paris Salon, a big art show where only very important artists got to show their work. The judges liked her paintings so much, they took 5 of them. It was unbelievable. Mary never had children of her own, but she seemed to understand the love between mothers and their babies better than any other artist. Her work attracted a group of painters called the Impressionists, who are considered pretty radical. Like Mary, they used bright colors and showed people looking natural instead of all stiff and posed. Mary's tender paintings won over even the toughest guy in the group, Edgar Degas, and they became great friends. Mary helped the world see that women could create great art out of their own lives. And that's my idea of a hero.
Sometimes I start a drawing, and I'm not sure what feeling it conveys. And then you look back and you have something there that you didn't have in the beginning. And You've turned a clean white sheet of paper into something that means a lot more. And it's, you know, it's like you step back and it's like, wow.
My teacher was getting married, so I made her a pop-up card. She said that she really liked it, and she said that she would never throw it in the garbage.
When you get a compliment, usually you don't frown. You would smile, so I smile.
This is an artistic chick that I was thinking in art class. I was thinking, what do I draw? I did whatever my heart said for me to do. My mind and my heart said, because if I don't listen to those, what do I have to listen to?
It was supposed to be a mountain. Then I made a kind of a face on it and turned it this way. Now it's a dolphin. And that's the way you can change art. You should try it, see? It's amazing. It's pretty cool.
One of the really, really cool things about being an artist is having an exhibit. And that's when you get to put all of your paintings up in one building and have people walk around and look at them all. And sometimes they even buy them. And I have one of those coming up.
This is the gallery where my show is hung, and it's a really special gallery for me because it's in Dallas, which is where I live. And I'm just really excited to be having your show. It's really cool. Come on in.
A couple of days before a show, I usually go into the gallery and I hang out with the gallery owner.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
And I make sure all the paintings look really great and they all are in the order that
I love how
tells the right story.
it looks really great. I love the green and the orange theme that's kind of going throughout everything.
I love visiting the gallery before anybody else does so I can kind of see how things are gonna go.
Let me show you something over here
Okay.
I'm so excited about.
Looks good. Awesome.
The day of a show, I usually get to dress up in my pretty dress, which is always fun, and I get to be a princess for a while.
That's nice. Thanks. Looks very familiar.
It's from your closet.
What do you think? Do you think I should wear my hair down?
Yeah.
Think it looks okay down?
Mm-hmm. You have paint on you. Okay, we're gonna have to leave that right now.
We have to go. We have to go.
All right.
I get to arrive in a limo, which is really fun because it's a lot of fun to ride in a limo.
Are you ready, Amanda?
I think so.
Feel ready? Yeah, I'm kind of excited.
I do get nervous because it's a little scary to know that everybody's gonna be looking at you and looking at your painting, but it's also a lot of fun. And I get to make my grand entrance. I love my gallery openings.
This is Elizabeth Stewart.
Hi.
This is Amanda. Andy Dunbar, the artist.
It is so rewarding to walk into the gallery and just meet the people that are so excited to see your work or that it's touched them in some way.
Does that remind you of you? Yeah.
One of the greatest things about being an artist is being part of such a long line of artists. People have been creating art since the beginning of time, and I feel so honored to be part of such a great tradition. A really, really awesome thing happened at my gallery show. My first art teacher, the man who got me started painting, he came.
All of this. Thank you. I'm so impressed with you, girl.
To see him walk around the gallery and to be proud of me.
Okay.
I have paintings I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
I was so honored. It was really wonderful.
Now, what's this one? What's the title of this one?
Missed by the Sea. It's kind of like a whole Nantucket.
Have you been?
No.
To Nantucket?
No, but I've seen pictures, and I want to go. I wish I was there. Sometimes I feel like if I paint a place, I'm going there. What I love most about the magic of painting is that you can create whatever world you want. You can make purple trees and yellow clouds. You can do whatever you want, and it's really magical to be so in charge of your own world like that. I love it.
I think anybody can be happy doing art. And anybody can do it if they really try.
Your art is different than anyone in the whole universe.
Even though it takes a lot of practice, it's really fun to do.
It's got to bring out the inner you and do art. That's all you have to do to be an artist.
I thought, can I be an artist? So maybe I can. And my mom says you can if you want to. Well, I think you can if you want to, really.